Greetings and blessings to everyone. This is Tobin of the Pleiadian High Council. I come to you today with a message going into 2016 on your world. It is a time of change. It is a time of shifting perceptions, shifting within, shifting what's going on in your lives. And it is so much more. Many of you have been experiencing and feeling changes and shifting that is going on deep within your souls. You are feeling it within your bodies. You are experiencing things in your reality that are different, that perhaps are unusual. This is going to continue. We are proceeding forward. We are proceeding with plans that have been in place for some time. For when this world got to the point where it is today. This world has gotten to a point whereas choices have been made. Choices continue to be made now. But for many of you hearing this channeling, you have made choices over the last year of your time, which will now begin to manifest within your reality. And I am not referring to physical choices per se, but more choices that are in relation to who you truly are and in relation to the path laid out before you. This is a path that you have chosen, that you discussed with your guides, with those on the other side, shall we say. And now you are here in physical to make manifest those choices. On the solstice, what you know of as the 21st of December is a powerful time, along with the first of this year. January 1st, 2016 was an 11 day, which is Revelation. It is a master number, not by mistake. There are many people who will continue to make choices during this year, and those choices will have a profound effect on who they are. And even for some of them, the amount of time remaining them upon this world. Along with this, a call has gone out. And there are those who have heard the call. This call has gone to the guardians. This call has gone to those who are from what is known as the Great Central Sun, those who serve God, Source, I am that I am, whatever you want to say. There is a group of them who are incarnated upon this world, and like anybody else, they too have their choices. They each have parts of a puzzle. And it is time for them to start coming together with their pieces of the puzzle. By so doing, they will be able to put their pieces of the puzzle together to create more of an overall picture of what is taking place and what is happening in this moment of time on this world. It is an exciting opportunity as well to make manifest one's choices, to step forward into one's own power and divinity. There are many different types of volunteers on this world, and I am addressing the higher echelon of the guardians now. It is your time to come together. It is your time to begin to make the difference in this world. So the call has gone out. Already we have discovered those who were not ready, those whose focus was more on darkness and trepidation instead of the heart, source, the universe, this incredible planet you call Earth. I know where you sit, I know where you are at here, and I know where I am. I recall and I remember my own world in turmoil. For you see, I lived during our time of transition, just as you are in your time of transition now. We have reached a point in our evolution where we remember our lifetimes. We can recall any lifetime we wish to recall. It does not sit in the forefront of our mind, but we can recall whatever life we wish to recall. And I have looked at the past, and I have seen how it correlates with what is happening in your present here. But for the guardians, the keepers, if you will, the watchers, the ones here to ensure the evolution of this world, you might be finding certain challenges of moving between linear time and circular time, which is more in your normal wheelhouse, shall we say. But every volunteer that is here on this world, every volunteer who hears this voice, whether you are one of these particular guardians or not, matters not. Because each one of you is here to assist in this planetary transition. So many call this the ascension. But what truly is an ascension? One ascends when one moves from one level of knowingness and awareness into a higher level of awareness and knowingness. This is also an ascension, if you will. But further to that, moving between not knowing and knowingness is an ascension as well. Too many people have gotten hung up on the ascension being simply from the third dimension to the fifth dimension. And in this case, on this planet, that is not the case, because it will be some time before this planet moves into the fifth dimension. This one here, he is a channeler. He is known, if you will, as a human telephone. He allows himself to be utilized, that allows individuals such as myself to speak through him, to impart information to those upon this world. I speak to you through his filters, through his language. If the only language he spoke was Swedish, I would speak to you all in Swedish. But his language is English, so I speak to you in English. He has set certain rules around his channeling, which have to be obeyed, which have to be followed, shall we say. His main rule is that the information that comes through him must be of the greatest benefit to all those who will hear it. And then there are his beliefs. So you see, with each channeler, some of you may sit back and say, yes, but this other person who channeled this being said something entirely different. But what is being said is coming through their filters. If you move away the fluff, shall we say, you will find that the messages are basically the same. It is time to love who you are. It is time to follow your heart fully. It is time to begin to make choices not based on what other people would choose, not based on what other people think is the only right way and wrong way, but make choices based solely upon what you feel within your heart. Because the heart is the soul, it's the seat of the soul, your connection to all that is, your connection to God, to Source, you see. So a call has gone out to the guardians of this world, to the keepers, to those who have come here, who have placed all of themselves for the entirety of this project on assisting this world to evolve. Time to join together. Time to begin the process. Time to open the scrolls, shall we say. Now, throughout this in year on this planet, there will be many who will choose to leave in a myriad of different ways, from what would appear as man-made to natural disasters. And it has been happening each and every year, because there are those who are like, I've had enough, and they wish to leave. And so they create very creative ways in being able to leave this world. There are others, whoever, they simply wish to leave so that they can come back quickly, but be more in tune and more in line with the new energy that is available on this world. But for those of you remaining, those of you who are staying at this time, put aside what you think you know and open your heart to what is there for you. There are a multitude of beings here who are here to assist each and every volunteer that is on this planet to do what they have come here to do. And there are those who you would look at and say, oh, they are amazing. And yet, behind closed doors, they would sit and go, I do not believe in myself. I do not trust in myself. For those individuals, they need to take time to connect more fully with who they are. My message is all about connection. Connecting with each other, connecting with those who resonate with deep within you. There are beings here from a multitude of different places in this universe. You will not get along with all of them. Don't try. And it's not against you or anyone else if you do not get along with somebody else. But if you remain open, your heart is open, those like you will find you. Those like you will find. No judgment, no but if this were to happen, or if that could happen, no, put all those things aside. You are here for a reason. You are here because you chose to be here. An alliance came together a very long time ago. This alliance is of individual beings who have a particular energetic signature deep within them. They can find each other when the time is right. But you see, between them, the time of secrets is over with. It is time to elevate to that higher state of being. Within the core alliance are many different councils that have also begun to come together. Some of them will make more of a difference than others, but the core alliance of guardians, the time has come for them to acknowledge not only themselves, but the other members of their family, shall we say. Now, on top of this, it is time for each volunteer to acknowledge the fact that they are a volunteer. They are here. You are here because you chose to be here. And it is powerful, and it is more amazing than you could possibly imagine. It is time to begin to focus more on trusting in your heart, in your soul, and in your guidance. It's time to begin moving forward in ways that is truly magnificent, truly beneficial, not only to you, but to this world, to this planet. I want you to imagine for a moment you are sitting in a seat in an amphitheater. And you are sitting in the 5th row center. You can see the stage beautifully, fine. You can hear the actors and actresses beautifully. You can follow the story as it's being told. But do you know everything that is happening in the theater? Do you know what's happening 3 rows behind you? Do you know what's happening 2 rows in front of you? You are able to see that which you focus on. It is time to broaden your focus, broaden your horizons. You go to work, something happens at work and you get very upset and you're like, why is this person like this to me? Why indeed? But did you think perhaps that individual got up in that morning and found out something bad happened overnight? And they're not having a very good day. And they've lashed out at you and you don't understand it, but for you, all you do is get upset. You get angry. You then take it out on somebody else, and it dominoes. Don't buy into other people's dramas. Don't buy into other people's experiences. Ask yourself a simple question within your heart. Am I meant to be involved in this situation at this time? If the answer is yes, then by all means, be involved. But if the answer is no, step back. Choice. Choice is highly important here. Choice in how you deal with situations, how you deal and interact with other people, highly important. Why? Because it has an effect on other people. The time has come for you to live your life more consciously, making your choices consciously. It is, after all, your life. Which means that it is your experiences. It is your opportunity to create something magical in your life. But if you want to do this, you have to make your choices from your heart. Many of you are experiencing flutters, shall we say. You are experiencing things in your dreams, in your visions. You are experiencing things while awake, while asleep. Pay attention to what is happening. Starting with this year, there is going to be a lot more contact between guides and guidees. So those individuals who are physically here, living their life, will begin to have more experiences with those on the other side. I'm not referring to those who have crossed over. I'm referring to those who are here to guide you, to assist you on your path, to assist you in this world. For those, some of you, it'll be individuals who come from home. Take advantage of being able to gain more clarity, more information. There are those here to assist you, both seen and unseen, those in physical, those who are not in physical. And when I say they are not in physical, they are simply not in physical here. That does not mean that they are not in physical where they are. They simply can interact with you here. They can assist you on your path here. What you think you know is true, most is just true on one level. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's true on all levels. But there are some truths that are true no matter the level. How do you tell the difference? Within your heart. If something is presented to you and you accept it as truth because it resonates with deep within you, you feel it, you know it's true, that's great. Do not become rigid around that truth. If it is a truth that remains, then it remains, and it's true for you today. It'll be true for you 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now. However, it could be a truth that is very true for you right now, and 5 years from now, it is no longer true. And there is something else that has taken its place, that resonates very deeply within your own heart, within your own soul. Why? Why does this happen? It's because you have moved to a different level. Guess what? It means you have ascended to a new level of awakening and awareness. Do not get caught up in what has become known as the ascension. You are not moving into the fifth dimension. There are those guardians who, when they finish this particular incarnation, they will be done. They will go home. And at this time, there are many of the new volunteers who are coming to this world, who have been incarnating in linear time, I would say, for the last 200 years to prepare for this time. And what you'll find with them, many of them, they will be very spiritual without seeming very spiritual. They will have a much different way of looking at things. They will feel different. They will act different. And that's a good thing. And then the remainder of the volunteers, your journey is changing now. Focus on your connections within and without. Focus on love. Focus on expanding your awareness, getting more in touch with who you are, getting more in touch with those you would term as family. There are those who know how to do this, who can open up a doorway, tell you about guides, tell you about lifetimes, even tell you about you. This one does that, you know that. Now is the time to take that next step in your evolution. What is a volunteer's evolution? Tapping into and awakening to more of who they truly are. Recognizing the fact that they are here in service to this planet and to the people of this world. So, even though a call has gone out to the guardians, those of the Alliance, those of the original guardians, shall we say, a call is also being put forth and out there for all volunteers, all guardians, all watchers, all of you. It is time to step into your path. It is time to step into who you are, why you're here. This is our message from the Pleiadian High Council to planet Earth to start 2016. Search your heart. Does the message resonate? If it does, open the door and see where it leads you. If it does not, throw it away, for if you need it, it will come back around, and we will be back. More information, more guidance. Trust in the process. Trust in your connection with God, Source, all that is, however you wish to say it. And finally, have trust in you. For you are sacred beyond words. You are the masters of evolution, of planetary evolution. That is why you are here. Choose. Decide. Walk your path. For at the end of the day, only you can. We send to each one of you our love and our blessings. Know that you are right on track. And believe it or not, whether you wish to believe this or not, you are also right on time.